Hello everybody, this is Gamer Scott. Welcome back. We're playing more Pyre. We played for about 2 hours, a couple hours, last week. And I've been busy doing some dashing and making money because I'm a part-time teacher, so I don't get paid my salary throughout the summer because I don't be salaried. I be hourly. But don't worry, it's a good job. I just, don't get paid for doing nothing over the summer, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Anyway, enough about that. Let's keep it going. We are at the Pit of Millith. We have conducted 4 rites. And again, it has been a few days since I played, so the rites, the games may take me a few moments. Oh, you know what? There's a practice thing in the black wagon. We can do that. Can we do it now? Some Book of Rites. Let's talk with the Lone Minstrel for a little bit. Let's remember what's going on in the world. We're trying to gain our freedom by going through all these rites. I remember that much, so we're doing that. Greetings, Rita. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. The Lone Minstrel wishes to tell you something of the rites. Hear him out. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. Oh, shoot! I double-tapped. Go back. Ilslok. The Astralborn, I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmild for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. Have we heard about them before? I mean, I figured colossal monsters, it wasn't. Makes sense. The one called Ilslok was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same the scribes managed to defeat it, they later used Ilslok's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Ilslok did not truly die, for by some accounts it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vows to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever plane that banished it into ours. So, in a way, it's an exile, just like you. If ever should be the creature be reborn, shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Udmild are more or less inconsequential for the while. Yet, the history of Ilslok is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all this is some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concern. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest. A good rest of the evening. Alright, white loot. Beyond or crystal? Yes, Sandra. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Then how may I assist you? I challenge her to a practice rite. I express it. Oh my goodness, I hiccuped. The Beyonders shall be waiting, Josie. Josie, the Beyonders are waiting. Josie, you're sleeping. Oh my goodness. Not even a upward side-eye glance. Be like, Dad, please leave me alone. My goodness gracious, I'm resting! This place, so we're back. Look there, our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice race. Thanks! Great to be back. Love the decor. Honest. Silence, cur! You were fortunate your reader summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now, come forth and let us see how capable you are. No enlightenment is rewarded. You may train here with your fellow exiles as much as you wish or press options to return to the wagon at any time. I just gotta freshen up on the controls. Yeah, Headwind, Pog, Jody, also very Pog, and then I think I like the Imp. If you're ready, then Nightwings, grasp the orb, and we shall train with you. Oh, that's so nice. It has the controls right there. Flutter. Oh no, I've fallen ill. Oh no, I've been murdered. Get on. No thanks. Oh my god, jump over the freaking thing, man. Oh, I own. Alright. Never mind. Alright, it's nice, it's nice, it's nice. It tells you the controls. Get owned. Alright. It tells you the controls, that's fine. Although... Excuse me? To the wagon! Yes, that is fine. Excuse me for one moment, I forgot to grab something before starting my stream. Can y'all still hear me? I'm still wearing my headset, but I'm traveling to other areas of my apartment that is far from the PlayStation. So it may be choppy. Maybe less choppy now as I reapproach and get close once again to my normal sitting area position. Wonderful! That wasn't too long now, was it? Now, let me take a sip of water. And we shall proceed. Continue your journey. Continue our journey, Josie. Yes, we must continue our journey. Where are we going? Big Bertrude's? Lone Minstrel says someone here can help you pursue the stars across the sea. That seems to be where we're going. Big Bertrude's it is, baby! Baby! This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Seek Big Bertrude! Big Bertrude's is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakest the name of Sandalwood. Sandalwood is, of course, the apparent name of some mysterious informant of Headwind, Jody, and Yuki. For those of you that forgot. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. He did he? In turn we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that I, Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understood that he awaits for us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. Wakingwood is, of course, a labyrinth of a forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around in it. We wish to seek him there, though, as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for this task. The one called Bertrude frowns and is studying the lone minstrel all the while. Ugh. Indeed, then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, big Bertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwin stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care. All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking, he helped me find a sense of purpose I thought I lost. Hedwin nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. Ooh, I love me some vocations! We could forage for resources. We could study in private. Or we could mentor a companion. What's a mentor? I think I studied last time. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. Let's mentor Jody, because she's the MVP. We're never not putting her in unless some story reason allows us not to, or disallows us to, like Ruki that one time. Very well, for there is much to learn. Your knowledge of that book is vital to us all. You illustrate to Jody some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense she grasps some of the concepts. I appreciate your knowledge, reader. Perhaps I shall soon have an opportunity to put it to some use. Yes, indeed we do. Let us continue our journey. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. I shall step inside. Whoa, so sparkly. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude? You can tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in your voyage north. Our group would welcome some of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But, should ye see that Sandalwood, tell him to come and visit us again. Now, be gone from here and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigational controls, and shall explain. This is so exciting, I don't know how to swim! Sweet! Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I am beginning to feel ill already. Set sail! Worm Gulf. I have not yet been to this region of the downside. Ba-da-doo-doo-dee-doo-da-da-dee. Worm Gulf. Worm Gulf! You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. The Worm Gulf is, of course, the tempestuous Sea of Solace, which lies beyond this death-still body of water. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Yes. As long as we follow the cold current Big Birch Root indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Oars, which is, of course, according to the stars, the next ride. Location. It seems it is here. The Outer Solace. Man, our boat has jumping abilities, too. Our boat wagon, our boat black wagon, our black boat wagon. Or black wagon boat. Black wagon boat, black boat wagon. I don't know what it's called anymore. But damn, it is something. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace after having come from the flagging hands not very long ago. However, Jody seems more concerned now than before, paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some question. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Hedwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters, if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? Aye, his first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. Hedwin might be sidelined. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, my friend. It's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? The food! You confessed to him that you do miss the Commonwealth cuisine, not that you often got to eat your fill of it or anything. The food, that's a surprise. I always thought the food was terrible. Huh. I hope you're not offended, I think maybe you haven't tried real food. One day, if we luck out and find ourselves decent ingredients, I'll cook something for you, okay? Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There is not much to be done for him now. May he soon get well. I'm sorry for the interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. The Sea of Solace. Our black boat wagon do be jumping once again. Welcome everybody to the Sea of Solace! Yes! Can you believe it? By the scribes, the sea, I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the Hulk of Oars far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Prahu? Tizo was wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Tizo would like to go south through the fathomless trench, where it seems the where the south current toward the Hulk of Oars teems with fish and other sea life, or the north towards the Underking Pass runs as quick as Underking Oars themselves. Faye believes that the 8 scribes shall bless us here. You know what? Let's go fishing. Let's get some yum scrummy scrum delivery fish. Shall we? The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the Sea Dominion cast in exile. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown wary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. Scraha! Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below, and there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually, the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in his claws. Yo, it's a froth sea flounder, which can be sold for 93 coins. Journey onwards. Towards the Hulk of Horrors. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Horrors. After journeying across the sea, it seems the next raid is to commence here soon. Though there is no sign of your next adversaries. What is this? Slug market? Oh, hey you guys. Funny running into you out here. Right in the middle of this drink, know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. You know, we bought the pinch of Stardust, so... don't care about that. Gladly sell this fish for 93 coins. That's all. You guys have a good day out there. We have some dialogue. Also, the book. Oh, look at the bell. Nautical bell. Among the Black Wagon seafaring equipment. Hedwyn uses it to signal when food is ready. We also have... what do we have? Jody. What about this? Silver Cudgelhead, a limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It's fully grown and has led a rich life. The Attic Ladder. Alright, let's read first. Then we'll talk to Jody. Down the river. The Emperor Solium Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sclorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him in time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Yes. What, did I get 2 pages? The Empire's collapse? No, we read this. Right? We read that. I think it's just silly. Yeah, it's not just sparkling. Jody, what's up? Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on your mind. Hedwyn. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he is grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case it is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weakness, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons, one of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and leaves. Aight, let's do this right, baby. Commence the rite! We get some voice acting. Having landed at the Hulk of Horrors, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Hedwyn? Coo-hoo! Tizo is worried that Hedwyn is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. The Sea Dominion is, of course, a vast and war-torn undersea regime home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. What they are all doing here, you see plain by the ritual ravens. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs and good ladies! So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well, then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor. And this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, unless this knight forgets. He is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts. Until the contest. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange lights. And voice acting. As I drink some water.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Orus. It would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here.
Hulk of Orus. Hulk of Orus. Gosh.
I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts.
Not the Pyre Hearts.
These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy.
What if I'm
your battle to be glorious.
Immortal? Boom, roasted. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Ors, not Orus. As your adversaries clamber into view, Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can you just swim back to the Commonwealth, or the Sea Dominion, or wherever it is you're from? Ha-ha! An excellent point. It seems that these adversaries are in the rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is my cousin. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait, give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So, yes, you can swim? Or, no. Ah, of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. Yo, is that Mike Wazowski? That's cool. But we are exiles in this land the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman, nobody cares. Back to your post. Back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he's told. Josie! This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Hi, Josie. Who's a good pepper? Reader, Hedwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
The rite shall begin.
Obviously, we got Jody. I do like me some Rookie. And honestly, I'm sorry, Faye. You know, let's go Faye. Faye has a very low amount of enlightenment. And everyone gets some regardless, but you get more if you participate. So we'll give Faye a shot. Oh wow, I've heard so many tales of the Worm Knights, I thought they would be more impressive though. Gilman, status report, what is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to. This night's eye. Brave air-sucking monsters, one and all, Pyre hearts, be ready! Let's go get this celestial orb! Get owned. Get owned.
No sign of the Pyre hearts for now.
Get on.
Already does your adversary's
Triple
flame
kill.
begin to flicker.
Triple kill, baby! Jody's owning! Oh wow. Oh wow! Oh wow! At least the power play's over, which is good.
The orb, take it.
Oh,
So it
get
is.
on. So it is, baby! So it is! Get
I
on.
thought they had you there.
No! No! Yes!
Go against the adversary's power.
Oh, Rookie does 20. I think that was Rookie. Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best, though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Our adversaries stand divided. Let us take advantage of the opening.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks. It is little wonder these fool worm knights are no spectacularly judged.
They're just bickering amongst themselves. Like, all right. Oh no, they're not bickering anymore. Shoot. Get on. Easiest right of my life. Easiest right of my life. The Nightwings prevail. Who even thought otherwise?
No match for them.
I'll say. Get owned.
The right is ended.
Sea Dominion. Huh. I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. Those worms were quick, alright, but Rookie Graintail's quicker. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won. We won! This night commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault, and now, cavorting with our enemies, and how dare you! This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one... Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversary on a worthy outcome? Worthy? This night will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight. Bye, Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. Have a good time. Hope you find your dad. Whatever. Come on, Faye. Yeah, level 2 enlightenment, baby. Oh, yeah. The scribes, they whisper to me, they do from time to time. Choose a mastery for Faye. Faye can either learn Heightened Reflex, which a brief charge-up time before Faye jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. Or Snapcast. The brief charge-up time before Faye is greatly... Yo, I'd like a... I like that. And of course, Tizo, not participating in the right, gets a little bit of enlightenment still, but not a considerable amount of enlightenment. After overcoming the Pyre Hearts almost effortlessly, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off toward wherever the next stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns toward your companion, who is absent for the rite. How's Hedwin? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden, and he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours! As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about. Despite my having strongly recommended further rest, those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So you were back among the living then, Hedwyn? I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we all could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to me. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there. Without me being there, I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. Where are we going? Are we going further north? Oh my god. Triesta, the Silver Star. Even further north? Insane! Still further north then. That's what I just said, Hedwyn. God. Oh my god. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. For any of you that don't know, the deathless Tempest is a tempest raging in the Sea of Solace, seemingly for all eternity. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people, it'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. We got some talkings. Oh, Tizo! What's up, Tizo? Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Cree-hi! Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo wants to know why he loves... Tizo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. He senses his inquiry is rhetorical in nature. Grok! Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Laugh heartily. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Rod pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Move on. Tizo. What a cutie patootie. We're going north, baby, to the... Ooh. Options. The south current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Tizo wants to head in this direction, maybe for fish. Ruki wants to go north through Ragged Rock because it passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Ruki spotted wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables. Let's go find valuables. Or at least attempt to find valuables. The remnants of the shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive, deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your positions. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail. Oh, relax, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it. Now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before returning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, but you may find something to show for it. Yeah, why not? You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Rookie grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search... sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down here. Jody fumes at all of this, but says nothing. Jody lost one hope. No, not one hope. Jody! 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 Let's drink some water, shall we? You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs, this knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please. What is it now, worm? The right surrendered, we have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined! Let this knight join you, please! Can you believe this, Edwin? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor and the rights did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight-errant of the sea dominions that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre hearts? They are base cowards! This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters. Having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of oars, never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jody pulls the rest of you aside after Hedman gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're gonna get. Jody glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hedwin is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, that he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you past the storm. Though first this knight requires your consent, give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Yes? As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths, yet through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. Alright, help him see his mission through. Help him see his mission through. We're gonna see his mission through. We're gonna see it through, baby. Yeah, 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 Josie. We're gonna see this mission. Woo-hoo-hoo. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwing, Sir Gilman. Oh my god, Josie. Why don't you just collapse? Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now. Lend him your guidance. This knight's objectives ought to be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just! Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. I shall traverse the reef. Yo, we can slash. I'm slashing so hard. Am I slashing though? Slither? Bubbles. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plants, boiling the seas with their wrath. For those of you who don't know, unfathomed plurns are the sea titan once slain by the scribe underking Oris. Her brood lies dormant in the sea. Yeah, I said Oris, fight. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bear passage through the downside channels for any save this night's own kind? Be gone now from here, fiends. This night shall finish what the Underking Oars started. Get slashed. Ooh. Get slashed. I'm so good. I don't really know what direction. How do I tell what direction the slash is happening in? I can't tell. Hi! What? Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight to your superior? Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked, here you hold no sway over this night. Oh, and what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor could not sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to the likes of you, Mike Wazowski. Well, why, you dare to staunch the Tempest for those night rings? Good Sir Deluge, this knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Oh, Pyre Hearts, banish him! This is an order! Banish the Pyre! I can't tell what freaking direction. Oh, is it the puddle? Is it just backwards? I think it is backwards. Oh, that's my aura, kind of. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work under your charges? Fine, Gilman, you wish to stand against your commander? Then have it your way. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass to me. Banish now this troublemaker. Get on. Get banished. You are master of this night no longer, Sir Deluge. Thus shatter our fraternal bonds. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor. This night will have your head. Gilman! As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless. But then, hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sobbing, wet, and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a worm knight. And, more importantly, that little tempest are no longer both a threat, for now, behold! As if on cue, the deathless tempest begins to simmer and subside. We've done it! You've done it, Sir Gilman! I can't believe you've done it. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwin help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. Bid him welcome. Yes, Sir Gilman. Well, with the deathless tempest subsided, and a new member of the Nightwings. For the YouTube crowd, we shall call it a video here. So if you are watching on the site called YouTube, thank you dearly for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please show your appreciation with a like, a comment, and if you dare, a subscription as well. Thank you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.